What's going on, guys? It's Ben. So today we're going to talk about what the average recruiter makes. The average salaried recruiter, meaning someone that works for a corporate company, an agency, or any otherwise known entity that recruits people. So basically, if you have a base salary, we're going to talk about what that means versus a solopreneur running their own agency, collecting their own fees. So this is essentially my case for solopreneurship versus working as a corporate slave. So basically, on the data that I received from salary.com, PayScale, and my own anecdotal evidence I've collected from friends that work for companies like Amazon, Insight Global, TekSystems, or Aerotek, I've gathered that the average salary for a recruiter would be anywhere from $48,000 to about $61,000, with an average being about $55,000 in base salary. Now, of course, there's commission on top of that, and on average, that commission tends to be about $20,000 on top of all of that, making your entire comp for the year gross at about $77,000 or so. So that's what you'd cap out on a gross level, meaning you'd probably take home approximately anywhere from $60,000 to $65,000 in net income based on current tax regulations. So you're looking at basically making approximately $6,000 a month, if that, somewhere around there, if you perform well and actually achieve a level of $20,000 in commission annually, which is what I found to be the average. So those are the numbers on salaried recruiters. So let's compare that to the numbers of a solopreneur. So personally, I can only use my own, factual evidence on myself, and then I can rhetorically utilize what I know about other solopreneurs that are doing recruiting agencies as well. So personally, as you guys know, I'm super transparent on my channel, and I talk about anything and everything that I make, including my tax returns and my income on a weekly, monthly, whatever basis. And so in the first 6 months of my agency, as you know, I've said it 100 times, I did $136,000 gross revenue income in the first 6 months. That is half of a year. So if you were to double that, you'd obviously be looking at $260,000 for the entire year. So with that said, obviously we can take a few tidbits from that and make some comparisons. Number one, as a salaried recruiter, you are capped. You're capped in a bunch of different ways, but one particularly main way that I've realized talking to a lot of people that work for recruiting companies such as Aerotek, TekSystems, Insight Global, you are given a set amount of accounts and you can't go beyond or outside of those accounts and try to scale to get more business. So sometimes they'll give you 10 accounts and you have to work those 10 accounts until you break them all open, and then you're given more accounts to where you can then try to grab new business and start new relationships to place more candidates. That's kind of sucky, because if your 10 accounts don't work out and they're just brick walls that you can't bust through, or they take months and months and months, or maybe even a year to bust through, you're pretty much busting your chops for a year on 10 accounts and you're not going to get anywhere. The company is making money hand over fist, but you're not really doing anything. You're just kind of sitting in a seat. So that's one way you're capped. The other way you're capped is your commission. Generally, these companies create capped commissions, and so you can only make so much on each account. So let's say that you opened up a huge account with a company and they paid out a ton because they were placing 20 candidates a month or something like that. You are capped because let's say they placed contractors. I actually talked to someone yesterday about this, and they're placing tech contractors that are a bill rate of $130 an hour, and you're paying the actual contractor $60 an hour. Obviously, there's a huge spread and margin in between there. The company is generally taking approximately 75 to 80% of that spread and only giving you a measly 15 or so percent of that spread. So you're going to make a couple $100 on a deal when the company is making approximately $1,000, $1,500 per week on the candidate that's placed over there. So you're getting a super short end of the stick on that end. So you're absolutely capped as far as commission goes. As far as salary goes, you're 100% capped by definition. I mean, by definition, you are on a set salary that's given to you, and this is what's known in America as the safety net, right? Everyone thinks of a job as a safe place to be because you get a salary, and that's guaranteed income that's going to come to you every single month. Well, lo and behold, there's things called layoffs. There's things called, businesses get slow, they close, they shut down. If you underperform for a few months, you can get put on a performance plan and then just shoved out the door. All kinds of things can happen, and that's why I view jobs as plan B, C, and D. I don't view them as plan A and then solopreneurship as like a dream that I dream about while I'm at work. No, solopreneurship, I think, is first and foremost. So my argument is that as an agency that I've created and that I run, I absolutely am uncapped. I have the ability to go after as much business as I want. I can work as hard as I want because I'm in complete control of all of the deals that I create and how I actually work them. So if I open up a brand new account, I get to manage the thing A to Z. So I can actually talk to the managers directly. I can ask them all sorts of questions about how they want to scale, how many new employees they need. I can get introduced to new managers. I can own the entire account, and I own 100% of the commission. So I'm absolutely uncapped in that sense. Salary-wise, that's not even an issue because I'm already getting 100% of the money that comes from the account anyways, so I'm not worried about guaranteed income at all because it's all on me anyways to make my money no matter what. So I'm not worried about collecting a $55,000 guaranteed income salary month by month because I already own a ton of accounts and I make money that way, which tends to pretty much 3 to 4x what the salary would be anyways. So if that makes sense to you, hit me in the comment section with that. But no, anyways, furthermore, bottom line, the ultimate reason that I think solopreneurship is far greater, even beyond the money aspect and the earning capacity, is the freedom. So let's talk a little bit about time and energy and freedom. So as a solopreneur recruiter running my own recruiting agency from my home office, I absolutely get to do literally whatever I want. So if I want to take an hour break in between cold reach out, I can do that. If I want to work on a certain segment of business for a while, I can do that. If I want to switch gears and work on reaching out to a certain segment of, companies for a while, I can do that. I can do basically anything that I want. Anything that I think will make me money is what I'm going to do. And what it comes down to really, and this is the heart of the actual video, I posted a while ago on my Instagram, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, the link is on my bio on YouTube. But ultimately, you've never worked harder than when you start to work for yourself. And I can guarantee you this. This is an absolute fact. You can essentially ask anyone that's worked as a solopreneur, entrepreneur for themselves, setting up their own thing. You're never going to work harder than if you're working for yourself. There's an instinctual capacity inside you that basically pushes you to this level where you start to understand you're actually putting the food on the table, you're raising the level in your bank account, you're the person that's actually providing your own health insurance, you're the person that's driving yourself to the next level and not someone else. A lot of people are enslaved, not in a slavery sense, but in a mentality sense, because they think that ultimately a company is responsible for providing them with their money, providing them with their health benefits, and providing them with all of the other things that companies do for people. And the reason that they do all of those things is because they want them there and they want them working for the top level of the company, so that the top level of the company, i.e. the VPs, the CEOs, and most of the C-suite, can make, 99% of the profits, while the rest just trickle down to keep everybody sitting in their seats and keep them happy and pacify them for the time being. Well, when you break through that barrier and you understand that there's a massive paradigm shift between solopreneurship and working for a company, particularly in recruiting, it's mind-blowing. So take that, think on it, ponder on it over the weekend. I'm going to come at you guys with another video related to these topics furthermore. I know we've been doing a lot of practical stuff about cold emails and how to reach out to clients, and we're going to be doing a lot more of that stuff. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.